The SCPH replay cast, and this time gonna be on Ephemeron LE, the latter edition, of course, what we play in the rank scene. First things first, introducing our players here on the bottom right of Ephemeron. This is gonna be the red Terran that is XIX 19. Gonna be showing on up with the SCVs, looking to get as much work done. In the meantime, his opponents on the top left, that blue Zerg with the extractor chick. Gonna be SCPH SiFu. And doesn't SiFu, guys, mean mentor? So he might be teaching us something into this one, but a very aggressive start already here for SiFu. He does cancel out the extractor and sacrifice 6 minerals to get 1 more drone earlier on for the Overlord pops. And into a pool for a scenario we go. It might actually be a little bit of a cheese into this one. 16 workers into the pool. Just gonna be looking to saturate this one as much as possible. SiFu also gonna be sending out this drone. Oh, this is gonna be a hatchery transition, so no cheese here. More on the aggressive push opening for our blue Zerg. In the meantime, here for the red hand side, you already have XIS setting up that standard wall. The Terran, of course, wants to be protected as much as possible. 1 gas, of course, to get those Reapers on. It seems like it is going to be a little bit of standard fanfare, but to keep an eye out on SiFu. His antics going to be all around the map, going to be using those Zerglings as much as possible. And for you guys who actually check out Twitch, I believe SiFu does stream. So if you want to check out his games, it is on twitch.tv/maru_is, if I'm not mistaken. Beyond that though, I've been able to check out his stream from time to time. It's like, oh, he plays a pretty fun, aggressive Zerg. And this time though, you are going to see the Overlord get the scouting information that the Zerg swarm needs. Going to be making sure that Terran is not up to something cheeky or breaky. Natural, of course, though. Going up here for XIX, it seems like we are going to be in for a pretty macro-oriented show so far here for our Terran. As the 1 and the 1 become 2. Factory going online still though. We are going to get that Marine in behind. Reaper has been sent on in already. In the meantime, here we do have the Zerglings already funneled. And SiFu, opportunity to actually go for the attack. Just get a chew, get a poke onto that SCV. The thing about the Terran race is those SCVs are always just out and about, exposed to the elements. And here we go with the pokes already, trying to get the micro on. Forces the stop points onto that command center. Here we go though with the shots. SCVs pulled to try and provide reinforcements. Marines getting a free hit in there. And there you go, tanking things up. XIX getting a little bit of the bouncer action. Has set things up already for that wall. Reactor gonna be there, and oh, XIX saying, wow, nice. Already, is this trash talk on, or is this gonna be the start of something new into this game? Will we get a whole new element? Banter. Will we see a little toxicity here and now? But 3 base already here for SiFu. Started things off with the pull first, but did hang back with his aggression. Usually when you go for that pull first, you can do one of 2 things. Full commit onto those Zerglings, or from what SiFu has been up to, go for a few queens earlier on. An early queen means you do have a little more energy to work with at the very start, and at the same time, earlier spawn larva to get your macro going. It truly depends on what you're looking into. With a pool first, of course, you have the attack and you have the macro-oriented builds. But when you go for the hatchery first, you are going to be able to get more and more drones at a more standard rates. It really is easier. It really is more on the setup for the hatchery first compared to the potential knockdown for that pull first. But anyway, XIX has already sent in his brigade. It's going to be 4 Hellions. Looking to move over to the other side. 3 Queens going to be looking on that defense. We'll see if SiFu can hold into this one. The ramp protected by the Queen already. Second Queen providing reinforcement. Bring around Rosie. Very good creep spread here from SiFu so early on into the game. But right now, this 3rd hatchery under the rest going to get torched on up by XIX. Looking to cook that one up in under 30 minutes. Anyway though, still more creep shimmers. All about speed, all about map control here for SiFu, and I do like his approach into this one. He's spreading creep like candy. Reminds me a little bit of Scarlet's. But SiFu right now looking back on out with that queen off creep. Gonna be able to run on away. A transfusion will really help things out. Does he have it? Seems like the energy is just not there. Now SiFu trying to get the pokes on with the Zerglings. It's the Hellions able to back on out. And overall, the push coming to a stop already. The mobility there for SiFu really panning out well for him. He used the map, he used his setup to his advantage. And could have been a kill there for XIX, honestly. Could have taken down one of these queens. Would be a pretty good trade in the first place. But by this point in time, XIX going to be sending things over with a Viking this time. The Viking, of course, looking around for these targets. It's an easy transition point as you build that fusion core. Battlecruiser now looking to get into the field. And really, such a clean cutter build here from XIX. He's basically following the rulebook for the Terran. Light, armored units. Just running around, light mechanical, just looking to win that light matchup itself. Being as speedy as possible with those flamethrowers. And then the battlecruiser in behind, gonna be so scary as well. Now a little bit of an issue here for SiFu. I don't believe he realizes the battlecruiser coming his way as of yet. He did see the fusion core, but at the same time, no spiral crawlers whatsoever. Has went into Roach Tech, looking to go for another hatchery, proxy hatchery actually on the third. Not gonna be spreading his lines. He feels like it's a little too thin right now, especially with so many Hellions waiting on the offsets. And battlecruiser gonna get warped on into the front lines. Hellbats transitioning as well, gonna be more on the tanky nature, giving up that speed to go for the fight in front. And armor there from XIX. You can really see that he has decided, hey, I can build all these buildings in the first place, and I'm gonna do so. Overlord's now under duress. Here comes XIX yet again, coming closer and closer. And on the opposite end, SiFu trying to keep those queens alive. Will it be enough? These queens backing on that, trying to survive. The Roach is out in front. And Hellbat's actually going down. SiFu though, surprise, surprise, able to get the Mutalisk out in time. Went for the Spire Tech early on. Does the Battlecruiser have the tactical warp as of yet? Seems like it's not the case. Alas, hoorah, it is going to be the burning of the Amerigo here as XIX going to lose this initial Battlecruiser. Things looking really good here for SiFu. 40 army to 21. XIX only on 2 base, trying to get that third. And SiFu knowing exactly what's going on the opposite base. Seems like XIX was going to go for the mech play yet again. It really is just the name of the game lately. But here comes trouble. SiFu right now showing the Terran how it's done. Gonna be the mentor here and now. Inspiring. Absolutely on point. The Mutalisk going into the middle line. No anti-air whatsoever. I see no Marines. It's all Hellions here and now. And this is looking really tough here for XIX. Has to pull on back. Sends those Hellions onto that third base. In the meantime, one Marine gonna be trying to shoot everything in sight. It's the hero Marine from before defending that main base by storm. But right now, all he has left is the Cyclone to try and mitigate the damage being done. 2 Cyclones actually. SCVs already pulled. Gonna be looking to be into the front line. Mule sacrifice for no absolute reason. Gonna be brawling into the front, just repairing the command center. And SiFu right now, just keeping the pincer going, keeping the aggression on. So much pressure bringing blind. Workers dying left, right, and center. SiFu keeping the torrid swarm on point. It seems like the eggs don't stop hatching whatsoever. 36 Zerglings coming our way. A Mutalisk as well to boots. Right now though, it is going to be all about those mules trying to keep the middle line alive as SCVs pulled yet again. Going to that natural point. And eventually, the fight stops in favor of XIX for a small degree. But this is tower defense, guys. This is not a StarCraft 2. And Wave 2 is already here before you're even ready to pounce. SiFu going on to that natural yet again. In the meantime, Mutalisk in behind on that third. Orbital Commando coming on up. It seems like that might have scared the SiFu off just a little bit. He didn't really notice that it was a satellite dish coming his way. XIX given a reprieve. And SiFu all throughout is able to use these Mutalisks, use the Roaches, use Zerglings to juggle around the forces of XIX. Sure, XIX does have a +1, but he has barely anything in the bank, trying to keep producing as possible. Cyclone right now with lock-on in yet again. Missile turret getting the hits on. And with lock-on here for the Cyclone, well, that is going to be damage not mitigated by any forms of armor whatsoever. It is a spell. On the opposite, sure, it doesn't amplify things, but the Mutalists don't even care by this point. Gonna be going for that base yet again. Here we go with the lock-ons. Just getting the clicks. These Mutalists quite low already. SiFu has to back on out, trying to save 4 of them. Gonna be on the south side, playing safe. So in behind all of this, SiFu is not floating on any money whatsoever. He has expanded his empire from 3 to 5 bases immediately. And well done, honestly. You would see players who get stuck on fighting, gets stuck on keeping units going, but SiFu is not that kind of player. He goes for 5 bases, he already has another transition in terms of tech, and it is gonna be 15 Swarm Hosts coming our way. Banelings going for the bust as well. In the meantime, XIX still on the back foot, having so many of these Cyclones, but it seems like it's not gonna be the right composition at this time. Good force on out here from SiFu, and here comes the Swarm Host, gonna be on the offset. Cyclones though with the lock-in, some micro onto the 9 Swarm, gonna be very, very effective to keep these Swarm Hosts alive. Locust right now coming online, and flying up above. Guys, Swarm's gonna be dying for its life. Here we go though with the surround. Zergling's gonna be intercepting, and on the left we have the Locust, on the right we have the Zerg Banes, and in the middle it is gonna be absolute death and destruction here for XIX. Trying to hide on the side, but it's just not gonna work out. Everything blowing up at the seams. Scrap metal on the right hand side, and SiFu gonna take the victory. XIX can only say that was a well played effort. Exactly what needed to be done. SiFu was able to mop that one up very cleanly, forcing those tech transitions, able to get so much micro in behind, and overall, the Zerg Swarm player, just a toe, a tip, and honestly, put ahead. We're just trying to come up those measurements, we're trying to get as high as we can. The only time it looked dicey there for SiFu was the fact those queens didn't have the transfusion on, but with creep spread, allowing those queens to run around as much as possible. Keep themselves alive, keep each other alive. Zerglings able to come on back. Well, that was the beginning of the end there. And especially when XIX went for the attack, Hellions all going down, Battlecruiser going down. That was SiFu's time to strike. Immediately went for the offensive. And no respect, honestly, from XIX. No mix of turrets whatsoever into the back line. No way to protect his mineral line. Then they go for some Cyclones already on. And the Mule is able to punish anything with impunity. Well, that's been that game. That was a great one there from our Zerg player. And I'll see you guys in the next one.